everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Azuricast. I'm your host, Bijou.
I'm your host, Thundawave.
And I'm your host, Vayatir.
And our guests today are our newest baby moderator.
Hi guys, it's Solar.
And the belle of the ball.
Hey, it's QueenMerfairy, or Siren of Many Songs, depending upon whether or not you know my new username.
So, welcome, guys.
Welcome.
New
Welcome,
year,
welcome.
exciting times.
Yeah, I think this is an exciting time of year. I'm always happy this time of year. January is usually a good month for me, so yeah. Hope you guys are doing well too.
Yeah,
New Year is usually a pretty awesome time for me.
I've had a pretty good start to the year.
Yeah, everyone just, feels motivated.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
New year, fresh start. Let's make everything work super awesome.
Alright, then I guess let's get into it.
Let's get on with the show.
Yep.
Ooh, it's a squirrel!
Okay, so
How are you, Athena?
the first question I have for everyone today is, what drives your decision to get a certain version of a Pokemon game? So, example, like choosing Sun over Moon.
Well, for me, it usually just depends on the version exclusives or just whatever I feel like buying. Like, I bought Pokemon Ultra Moon because last time I bought Sun, so I just wanted to switch over. So that's kind of why I did it. But most of the time, it just depends on the version exclusive. Being honest, being like, oh my god, my favorite Pokemon's in this version. I need to get this version. So, yeah. That used to go with my only drive. So.
For me, it's really what legendary is in there.
Yeah.
Like, I've stuck with Moon because I love Lunala.
Oh, hey, I do
just love
too.
the design, I love the cry, I love everything.
For me, I've always just gone with the darker colour. I've never actually picked it because of the Pokemon or anything. I've just gone with the dark colour. I've always gone like Sapphire, Diamond, Black. I mean, I guess Yveltal's sort of darker than Xerneas in a way, and then Moon. So yeah, I just pick based on colour.
Well, I usually go for box legendary, or for Sun and Moon, for example, it was really easy because Solar and Solar Lunar, and I'm still waiting on Game Freak for those royalties, but it's fine. But yeah, I'll usually just go for the box legendary, and if not, I'll just see who's available in the game.
Alright. For me, it's all on the version exclusives, mainly the Pokemon. So, and this was especially part of my decision when I got X, because I wanted to use a Qualitzer on my team. So, had to get that.
I'm trying to remember what the X and Y version is on. I don't even remember now.
Well, there's the Contra line for X, and then the Sprout line for Y.
Oh, the
Pink.
ugly seahorses?
Yeah.
Okay.
X is the better legendary Pokemon.
So your choice is either Cheap Crab or ugly seahorse.
I recently learned that it's pronounced Dragalge. I used to call it Dragalag. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. I always forget about that Pokemon's existence. I do not know why.
I just call it the seahorse. That is
that works.
horsey.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Speaking of horsey, I used to call it Horsia.
Aww.
For the first
yeah,
several years of my life, I called it Horsia, and then my brother is just like, it's Horsey. I'm like, it's Horsia! He's like, it's Horsey. And I'm like, oh, okay.
let me listen. I can pronounce Pokemon whatever I want.
Like Arceus.
I mean, hey,
Alright, so,
I think you're right, but I'm not going to comment.
Mark has a question for us.
Okay, so since we're approaching the season of love and we have the Azurilland prom coming up, let's have a nice romance-flavored question, shall we?
No.
Would you ever well, too bad we're doing it. This was already decided. You don't get to choose now, Regine. Would you ever consider a relationship with someone you've met over the internet, and why? Online relationships.
I'm actually currently dating someone that I met over the internet.
Okay.
Mostly because when you go to high school, with a school as small as mine, you kind of just know everybody. And so, you kind of want to meet new people and see what people outside of your school think about you and stuff. And I ended up with a pretty awesome guy.
Yay.
Yay.
What about the others? Regine.
Well, probably, but haven't
what?
really found anyone. So.
Okay, well, what would be the deciding factor for you? Is it just based on personality, or the fact that would long distance be an issue?
Both, because like there needs to be a way to see that person regularly, like somehow in the future. Otherwise, it's gonna remain long distance forever, and that's just not great.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I guess for me, as of right now, most of the people on the forums already know, but there's a possibility of me being in a relationship with someone online here in the near future, because we're meeting up in exactly close to 2 months from now, so, everybody here, most of the forums know by now, so.
It's the worst kept secret on the forums.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It was never supposed to be anyways. So. Yeah.
I guess someone won't be feeling blue anymore.
Nice, nice pun.
Nice pun, Molly. I love you for that.
Well,
But
for
yeah.
me, pretty much all of my romantic history has actually been people I've met through the internet. I haven't never met any of them, but I dated some of them for a good long while, and they've always been pretty fulfilling for me. The meeting up part is hard, but the distance and stuff. But if you can get past that, I don't know, you get the emotional fulfillment, and I like that.
I will say, kind of a funny story about the whole meeting up thing is my grandparents very quickly, obviously, figured out that I was going to go meet this guy that I met online. They were not happy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, why weren't they happy?
They demanded that I take a friend because they have heard horror stories about people that you meet on the internet being not who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've been talking to the guy on Snapchat, and it's a little bit harder to fake on Snapchat. So I just had one of my very tall friends, who generally carries a knife, come and just kind of sit there and be creepy.
Nice.
Nice.
I think that sort of happens with the old generation. I hope they understand the concept of the internet, because they sort of just hear, they always hear the horror stories and know the good stories. Probably because it's just what they're exposed to in terms of the media. The media will always pick out a horror story because that's actually a news report as opposed to a good story. So, and when people don't really use the internet frequently, that's what they're going to hear, and they're just going to create prejudices.
Yeah.
But I do agree with the basic concern that meeting someone online can be quite daunting. Even if you know what they look like, people can act differently in real life to how they act on the internet. And thus, there is always going to be that element to it when you go meet someone for the first time.
Yeah, and it's like meeting someone all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Meeting Regine, when I met her, that was completely different to how I expected.
How?
You were all, shy and quiet, and you barely spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest, if
there's
I
ice here.
meet anybody online, my first reaction, I'm probably just going to immediately hug people, because I'm like, oh my god, Molly, it's you! I'll just and I'll tackle hug.
No, Regine wasn't like that. Regine was standing...
that's probably going to be me.
No,
Regine?
it was because I was waiting for you when I didn't realize you were already around on the other side of the barrier.
Yeah, I was indicating to you, but you just didn't look at me. And then when you
I'm sorry you bumped in.
and then you just barely spoke. You were very non-interactive.
Speaking of meeting people, I got to go to the Markiplier event. It was awesome, and I actually met Ethan's brother.
Oh.
We sat next to him.
Nice.
That was fun. I'm just going to babble on about random stuff if you haven't noticed.
That's totally fun. What makes talk to you so enjoyable during the couple of times I have talked to you on voice chat before.
So to sum up, you all would consider online relationships, and you wouldn't think any differently of them.
Yeah, for sure.
No, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess.
What about you?
You guess, Regine. This is very non-committal.
What about you, Mark?
What about me? I've always been more natural. I've never been in a relationship. I've sort of gone awkward close to them before, and then it's always sort of last minute back out of it. Several times now, actually. And I don't know, I guess there is this whole element that it's online and therefore there are long distance worries and there are worries about how realistic will it be, is it worth hurting each other now as opposed to later, and there are real concerns about it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually is quite different to me.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Alright. Molly and Athena.
Oh boy. Well, if anyone hasn't seen the thread, big news. The recording for the Azurilland Theatrical Company's performance of Beauty and the Beast has finished, and we're in the editing phase. Woo!
Yeah.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
Yay!
Opening night.
I'm ready to cringe at the sound of my own voice.
We
If
don't have
anyone's
to harass
unsure
a
what the
cat.
musical is, yeah, we don't have to harass the cat. Thank you, cat.
Cat. What, she actually exists now?
She wasn't
Little
even
bit.
last.
A little bit. Yes, listen. If anyone doesn't know what the musical is, it's basically a bunch of people from the forums. We all got together, and we're making this huge audio performance piece that was released on YouTube. You can listen to The Lion King, which has already been finished. If you haven't listened to that already, I recommend you do, because it's awesome. And I have a list here of everyone who's in Beauty and the Beast. We have QueenMerfairy, Bones Barlow, Spartan, Sarasicat, Bolin, Isan, Awesome Typhlosion, Thundawave, Bijou, Idel, the Dinosaurus, Silver, Pendreflare, Resolute, and Blue Jay 100. It's a huge cast.
So, Mark, you should
And-
watch all of us.
Maybe not.
Oh, come
Molly.
on.
I
Cheer
didn't watch
us
the last
Molly.
one. I'm probably not going to watch this one either. Just being honest.
Molly.
What?
You should give them a preview.
Oh, I don't even know if I could do that right now.
Hi, dog!
Like a
Dog is
dog.
barking.
Listen to me.
Hi, dog! Yes, I am aware of your
That
presence.
dog sounds so angry. Why is he mad?
Huh?
Why are you so mad?
Alright, anyway.
Bye, dog!
Next
Oh yeah, it's me and Molly again, right? Oh yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, it was just released, well,
Sorry, my
whenever it
roommate
was
came
released,
in.
whenever you're hearing this. But, the Azurilland prom is a thing, and is now currently happening. And people can sign up as parents.
Woohoo! Everyone clap.
It's basically, if
We have-
you're not sure, like, what is this? Like, how is this gonna work? The prom is sort of an umbrella for a bunch of events that are happening under it, and you and whoever you choose to do it with, you'll do it together, or not. Some of it's alone. You can do whatever you want. It's just a big old event, and it's lots of fun.
Yep, and we have some pretty fun games going on. Like we're gonna have like a conversion of beach. We're gonna have everyone mafia. We're gonna have a movie night. We're gonna have dance. We're gonna have like a newlywed game, which basically means you get thrown questions and you're supposed to answer the question like how a partner would answer it. So it's overall a really fun time, and I recommend people signing up, whether or not you have a partner or not. There'll be tons of fun.
Yeah, you'll have the whole month of January is just sort of hype and promposals and cute, and the actual prom will be starting in February. So look out for that.
So ask people, because
Yep.
people would like to be asked. Nobody likes to be the asker, but believe me, if you do it, everyone will thank you.
Yes.
I was just asked by two people, and I had this. Well, one person was like, "I was going to ask you, but I didn't." I was like, "Well, thanks." The second person basically forced me into it, so I didn't have a problem with like asking or being asked. It sort of just happened naturally without my consent.
I rejected 3 people, and then I joined with them.
Wow, you were very popular, weren't you? I didn't reject anyone technically.
I rejected Chris, Regine, and someone else.
You rejected Regine? How awful! Poor Regine.
Well, because Regine and I were promised to each other a Dustin.
Not fun
didn't want
to
to do it.
That's a shame. Poor Katie. I was going to go with Alex at first, but then he didn't actually ask me properly, so then Lizzie asked me, and I was like, I'll just go with Lizzie. And Alex got annoyed at me. I'm like, you didn't ask me properly. What do you want me to do? You didn't actually ask me. You said you were going to ask me, but you didn't. And then, so what do you want me to do about it?
I'm a sad, lonely Thena.
Someone ask Athena out.
Yeah. Someone asked.
I'm actually going to be online after today. Yay.
Yep, she's a lovely lady with a beautiful singing voice. She'll serenade
Oh,
you.
thank you.
I don't know. She'll be a sweetheart. She'll open doors for you. So yeah, ask her to the and
Okay, any
someone
viewers
has to
without
be, but
not going
strong.
should ask Athena. That's the goal for this episode.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm actually the only
That's
person
pretty cute.
who's not going with a living person because I'm going with a skeleton.
Oh,
So
I
that's
see.
pretty cool.
Nice.
Hey, that's if you're into
That's
necrophilia,
true.
necrophilia, that's up to you. I personally don't agree with the concept, but you do you.
Jean, can you do your thing yet?
Bones is as much of a person as anyone else, okay?
Of course he's a person, but he's also a skeleton. Skeletons are people too.
True.
Okay.
Exactly.
So for our final sales pitch, we have the Endangered coming back. The Endangered was a game thought by me in 2012, 2013. It was in the shower one day. It's a popularity contest of sorts, but it's a more fun one, I think, than others, because it's less about direct competing, more about saving who you like, as opposed to eliminating people. So yay, helping, not hurting. Also has story elements to it. It's being run by Regine, of course, because Regine likes to have total control.
I took over, yeah. Ha!
She took over it. I've given it to her because I can no longer write like she can, and therefore I'm just being lazy about it, honestly. I just dislike writing long stories. I did it the first time, and after that I was like, nope, not doing this again. So Regina's kindly volunteered to do it for me, and I'll be sitting here in the planning, and that should
Yeah.
come into your...
You will find out who will become evil and whatever.
Yes, and that's coming to a GNOR close to you very soon. Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, basically whenever
Oh,
that glitch ends, because that's annoying.
That's so exciting. We haven't done this in like 3 years, right? Yeah, it's been like 3 years.
It's been a while, definitely been a while. It doesn't feel that long to me.
Like it's like 2015, I believe. What was it? 2015.
I think it was
Yeah,
2015.
2015.
I think it was 2015. It's been a while. Doesn't feel that long to me, but... Okay, moving on to viewer questions. Let's do Molly first.
So my question is sort of a reflective question, given we're in the new year. Three positive things that you did in 2017 that you were proud of yourself for. And I think I'll start with Mark. Why not?
Oh, thanks. Well, I've got the most boring answer because I'm going to say... I've been thinking about this for a long time, but honestly my 2017 was not very good in terms of what I did. I'm not happy with it, so this was a very hard question for me to answer. Three things that I am... Three small things. Well, one, I did a course in digital marketing online, and I was proud of that because it showed that I was willing to learn new skills even when I was out of work, and a desire to learn new things and increase my skill set. Second thing is probably meeting Regine. I'm proud of that because I met one of my longtime friends, and
Aww. Oh my
it was just
gosh.
nice. It was nice to meet someone in the flesh, even if she's really weird and really strange and doesn't ever.
Hey!
You don't. Dude, you've got to stop eating food before you come and meet me. You've got to stop doing that.
Maybe you shouldn't have horrible eating times.
Maybe you should not eat. Okay, whatever. I don't care. And the third thing I was really proud of is I've had a long time goal in one of my favorite video games, Symphonia, to actually do basically a little challenge runs you can do. And this year I completed one of those challenges. It was to get a title by finishing the game under-leveled, and I did that. And I'm very happy to finally complete that after having this game for 13 years. So yeah, I'm going to say that. Those are my three.
Nice.
Not much to choose from, unfortunately, but you can get what you can get.
They're good answers, I think. How about Athena?
Oh, okay. Well, one thing was asking someone that I had liked for a very, very long time out. He did turn me down, but I mean, he's the kind of guy that once he's got his eye on someone, he doesn't give up. So
We're good on you
I'm
having the
not that
bravery to do
person.
that.
But yeah, I'm proud of doing it. I guess the second thing would be going and meeting my current boyfriend, because it was kind of a risk to just go meet someone online, and someone who lives over an hour away too. But it was great. It's turned out really good. Trying to think of something that happened early in the year. Oh, definitely moving back to Utah. For over a year, because miserable in tech, I was being sexually harassed at the time, and it was horrible. And so I did, you know what? I'm going over with my grandparents, and I'm 18, so if my dad has that, there's nothing So I
Nice. Okay, then I guess Katie.
Okay, I guess me then. Alright, well, I guess number one was me completing my first year of graduate professional study in my field, which is pretty awesome. I am getting really good grades. I have a pretty decent GPA, and I've participated in a lot of, like, events in regards to that, such as public speaking and, like, paper writing and all that fun stuff, so yay. Another thing about 2017 that I'm proud of, I guess, start over and then actually grew a lot more, like mentally strong, I guess, because a lot of my 2017 was complete crap because of the whole financial situation and everything regarding my, ex-relationship falling apart and me having to move it back in with my parents because I can't afford to live by myself. Not now, not until I have a full-time job, which I can't really get until after I graduate, so it's like, I don't even know what I'm going to do. But despite all that, I feel like it kind of made me a lot more stronger mentally in the process, I guess, if that makes any sense. So I think that's a really good. In number 3, I guess this was a lot of just silly and good stuff, but I guess, well, funny story while telling a special bird how I felt about him, because to be honest, that was like the first time I've actually told someone I liked them first since like I was like 13. That was actually pretty good for me. Because every other time I was like completely terrified because of that one incident when that person was like, no. And then they just middle school, so I still like held that over my head until like this situation. And it actually worked out very well, and I'm like very, very happy. So yeah. This is a lot of me being
awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of me being like this episode's a lot of me being but it's like the how the episode is structured. So, yeah. So yeah, okay, I'm done.
That was a great answer, Katie. Are you ready, Virginia?
Yep. Alright, so first off, the biggest one, applying to and currently studying abroad in London. Woo!
Yep, can confirm.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's basically just like me pushing myself out of my comfort zone and going to a whole other country basically by myself. This was also like the first time I went on planes alone, like when I went home for Christmas and back. Meeting people on the forums, so both Mark and Jolin. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I hope so. Okay. And the last one. Oh yeah, actually being able to buy my own Christmas presents for my family and friends, because I've always just like not really gone to many places to get gifts for people, and this time I went to Bruges for a day and I took the opportunity to buy all the chocolate and give it all to everyone I wanted to give it to.
That's
and
awesome.
That just felt really nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, Molly.
Well, for me, I guess the number one thing, honestly, is the Lion King that we did. That was just a really awesome thing, and it just brought a lot of happiness to my life, honestly. And so that whole project in general, I'm very proud of it, and I will ramble on about it forever. But number 2, I did start driving again this year. I haven't been driving for several years, because like a couple years ago I had like a really tiny fender bender and I got spooked, so I just stopped forever. And then I wanted to go and drive and get my own Pokemon game, so for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon I decided I'm going to start driving again so I can get my Pokemon game, and I did. So I'm really proud of myself for that. And for a third one, Probably just making more friends. Because I made a lot of friends this year. Most of them on the forum.
Aw.
And I don't know. I became a lot more, I don't know. I just made a lot of friends, and I just am generally happier this year, I think. So it was a good year for me.
Okay, that's good. Alright, so Athena.
Okay, what are your hopes for 2018? Let's start with Molly, and then I'm going to go off for just a second because I have to do something with my phone.
Okay, my hopes for 2018 are just to keep on being positive and happy in areas that I can, and to take the little moments for granted, finish the musical, and I'm really excited about being on the Azurilland staff, so that's really exciting.
Yay!
So that's a well, it's not a hope, it's a jive, I guess.
I guess I'll go next. I hope I don't break the forums.
Wow. We've all been there, Regine. Trust me, it's pretty hard to break the forums. You'd think one of us has done it by now, but we haven't, so if you're the first, then we will know that you have failed a very basic competency test. No pressure.
Alright. Let's see. I've also begun a habit of making to-do lists, so I can see just how productive or unproductive I am. It's helped me so far with a lot of the smaller stuff that takes less than 5 minutes. But currently the stuff that takes more than 5 minutes to do, I'm still trying to struggle to get done. Well, but hopefully it's going to help me out in the long term.
Nice.
I guess I'll go next. So, hopes for 2018 getting a job that I'm happy with. That's probably the biggest one. But also, just continuing to develop myself in terms of skill set. I had to go back to learn, to keep learning languages and things. I've actually just placed an order for some books to continue learning Japanese. I've not continued my studies for about 8 years now. So I hope to pick that back up this year and go somewhere with it.
So desu.
So yeah, personal development is the theme of my year.
Ganbatte.
Arigato.
Alright, I guess next is Katie.
Okay, I guess my 2018 hopes continue to be doing well. Be able to pass my very important comp exams to be able to have my degree. Hopefully not die when I have to defend my thesis, because all those things feel like I might die. And then, just the year 2017 was such a year of personal growth for me, so I would like to continue doing that 2018. Hopefully try to find a super awesome job. Or, I don't know. Overall, just try to continue to grow, I guess. So yeah, I don't really know too much.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't really have any kind of big hopes other than just my own growth.
Alright, so
Yeah, about the same.
currently we are experiencing technical difficulties with Athena, so unfortunately she might have just run away from the quiz. Boo.
Boo.
So
That
guess
means we
Molly
just have Molly.
I do it
Molly
twice.
has to face.
No, you cannot do it twice.
I'm scared. Remember last
Molly
time when
has
I was like, I got this, and then no, I did not have this. So
Well, you're not the only
Well-
person, and we figured that out pretty
Well,
fast.
You can blame Athena for leaving you as the only person to be quizzed today.
well, I have no expectations, so I'm just going to do my best.
Okay.
So, the rules are the same as always. You have 6 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. If you do not know the answer to a question, just say pass. If the time runs out when I'm still reading a question, you get to answer that question. Even when time's expired. Any questions? Hope not. You've done so before. Good. Then begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Level 1 Pokemon were first legally attainable in which generation?
4.
Correct. How many people must you greet in the underground in order to make Spiritomb appear?
28.
False. Where do you get Larvesta in Pokemon Black and White?
In the Relic Castle.
False. Aside from Pikachu and Yellow, which Thunder-type move was not learned by any Pokemon on level up in Generation 1?
Pass.
Which Ground-type Generation 1 Pokemon did not learn any Ground-type moves upon level up until Generation 3?
Pass.
In X and Y, in which cafe do you meet Lysander?
Lysander Cafe? No, that's wrong.
False. In Pokemon Black and White, which gym leader calmed down Bianca's worrisome father?
Elisa.
Correct. Which is the first main series Pokemon game where you can play as a female trainer?
Crystal.
Correct. What Pokemon do you need to have in a party to unlock the Reggie Trio in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald?
Oh, Wailord and Rattata.
Correct.
That's it.
Okay, you got 4. Well done. That's not bad
Hey,
compared to some of our...
It's an improvement.
Yeah, definitely. Third time's the charm, as they say.
Yeah, you said Larvesta, not the other one. I was like,
No,
I didn't know the answer to that one either.
Well, I guess that solves that then.
It's a root. I don't know the root number. Whatever. Yeah, that was fun.
Anyway.
That about wraps up for this week.
Yep. So thank you guys for coming here. And poor Athena.
Poor
Yeah.
Athena.
I'll say thank you on Athena's behalf.
So,
See you next time.
see you next time.
Oh,
and Rin, will you go to Azuriprom with me?
Oh.
Yes, Rin.
Yes, Lynn.
Yay!
You just can't right now.
Hope you say yes. Yay! Okay. See ya.
Bye.